Olympic Stadium here in Berlin, Germany. This is the place where in 1936 the Olympics were held. It's a place of history, it's where sporting history was made, it's where the gods of sport and music have been worshipped. It's a magnificent stadium, it's being refurbished, it's absolutely fantastic. Now Lester Sumrall, a great American church leader, said that he believed the football stadiums of this world are not just for sport, but they're for the last big breath of God. And I really love that. And since 1986, I first sensed that God wanted to see stadiums filled with worship. And I began to get a real desire to see a worship gathering take place at London's Wembley Stadium in England. And that whole journey came to a conclusion on June 28, 1997, when almost 45,000 people gathered at that stadium to worship Jesus Christ, the champion of the world. When I first began thinking about the possibility of us organizing a large worship event here in Germany at Berlin's Olympic Stadium, I decided to do some research. A friend of mine gave me a book. It's called The Football Grounds of Europe. I turned to the pages to do with the Olympic Stadium and read about this bell, incredible bell, and it was rung to signal the start of the Olympics in 1936. Now inscribed on the rim of this bell are these words: "I summon the youth of the world." And when I read these words, I decided that's what this event will be about. It's about calling the youth of the world and the young at heart, so everybody can come, but calling people to Berlin to worship Jesus Christ in this historic venue. This stadium holds 70,000 people. Actually, there's space outside for any more that want to come. So I guess we're not limited to just this place. But the event that we want to have on June 25th will be a call to worship. It will be a call to prayer, and it will be a call to mission. Those three elements are vitally important. I believe that when we raise the sound of worship in this place, we'll be asking God to hear our cry, to make it possible for the gospel to go throughout this city and to do something that will affect this nation and the nations of Europe. There'll be people here from all over the world. We're calling the event the Global Gathering. And we want to see people coming from so many different nations. We want the sounds of different tribes, the sounds of different nations, the music from the west, the music from the east, the north and the south. But yes, it's a call to worship, but a call to pray. Because prayer, simply the songs we sing are our prayers set to music. But there will be other prayers that we pray. We will raise our voices and our hearts and say, God, send revival to our nations. Pour out your spirit on those who don't yet know you. We want to see the gospel running throughout the earth. And finally, we want to call people to mission. It would be great to see people going out of this stadium inspired to take the gospel to their friends, to their relatives, to the places where they live, the cities, the towns, the nations. But we also want to bless Berlin. It would be great to see thousands spending a week or two in the city itself, just doing acts of kindness as well as acts of proclamation. So I'm inspired as I'm standing here this afternoon looking at this stadium and just imagining what it will be like when we see people come together to worship, to pray and prepare for mission. This is an event for parents, for grandparents, for teenagers, for children. In fact, we want to see all generations standing together. These are days when generations should be standing together in worship and prayer for the sake of the gospel. So we'll see you in Berlin, in this stadium. You can get more information on our website, www.callingallnations.com. Hey, see you in Berlin.